I can tell you what I'm looking at is an immature former world champion who can become a world champion again. He just needs to mature a little bit more.
What do you feel about the criticism towards let's say a TO, or criticism towards those type of fathers that people be like, oh, he shouldn't be a trainer, he should fire his
Yeah,
dad, because they used to do that to your dad, they did it to Angel,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think my
What
dad, over the course of time, I think we started to grow, and I think people started to see the growth of us both. I think people were able to understand that the things that I was doing in the ring, in terms of how I kind of transitioned my style, and we fought very game plan oriented and things like that. I think people were able to cut through and see that it wasn't just me in the ring doing things, but it was the man, my dad, be in my corner. Preparation was key, things of that nature. And I definitely know I understand it. And so, yeah, I do the best I can to not criticize any other father's sons. And what I like to do is just give advice based on experience, and also you may not know this, but I have a life coaching certification. So I've gone through psychology. I've been taught the verses of psychology. So I understand the psychology of a father and a son, or a family, or two family members who are going after a goal. You have to have the same mindset, and you have to be one accord. And that was something that my dad and I, no matter what we went through before fight, in camp, out of camp, 3 months before anything, on the night of, the week of, we was on one accord, and you could not get us off our trail. You know what I mean? So when I see To and his dad, I think his dad needs to grow. I think they both need to have more patience with one another, and I also think that To needs to mature as well. To is very mature from a standpoint of, how do I say this? Like a standpoint of, it's hard to say. Like, as a man, he's matured, but as a fighter, he needs to mature. And what I mean by that is, if you take a look at when he fought Lomachenko, and every fight that he had before Lomachenko, he was always after this rah rah. I'm going to intimidate you, and when I get in the ring, I'm going to hit you, and there's nothing you can do about it. After that Lomachenko fight, of course, he has the fight with Kambosos. I think to a degree he intimidated Kambosos, but Kambosos was just like, I'm not going for that. Kambosos fought past the
And the
intimidation
intimidation. Hmm.
and fought back, and I think that for a long time was the first time that Lopez had somebody fight him back. And I
Hmm.
think that, no, Cambosis didn't give the recipe to success against Lopez, but I think being able to beat Lopez did, when now Lopez doesn't intimidate anyone else.
Hmm.
And so
And it
now
does
as a
happen.
fighter,
Yeah.
and so now as a fighter, you have to have more than just, I'm going to intimidate you, I'm going to come in the ring and punch you in the mouth. Now what we're seeing is those first two punches that I was supposed to punch you in the mouth with, I missed those. Now what am I gonna do? So once you mature, you start to understand, I need a game plan for who I'm getting in the ring with. Game plan consists of plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Guess what? Plan D, back to plan B, back to plan A, back to plan C, and it's this mix. And when you mature, you're able to work yourself through a 12-round fight, mixing it all up, doing whatever it takes at any point in time to be successful. Not only win, but look good doing it. And I think we've seen him struggle now. I think those are mental struggles because he's
Mm.
not matured. There has to be this maturation that he needs to go through. And I don't know now at this point if it's training that's going to mature him, or if it's the father and son coming together saying, hey, this is what we need to do. This is who we're going to be. And if they're going to have to mature together, I'm not sure what it is, but I can tell you what I'm looking at is an immature former world champion who can become a world champion again. He just needs to mature a little bit more.